About a year ago, I had 3 major campaigns due for major brands on the same day, 3 videos, and I became so stressed out that I actually got physically ill overnight. I began vomiting, I got cold sweats, I couldn't eat, I couldn't get out of bed, and I was feeling fine the entire day. So that was the biggest wake-up call for me to never let my stress manifest in such a way that I become physically ill. So today we're gonna talk about my stress management tips because I am someone who suffers from not only anxiety, especially social anxiety, but I just stress out a lot. And I'm really happy to be partnering up with GreenRoads, which I'll talk about later in the video. But hopefully this video is gonna help you out because I needed this video last year. So number 1, feel it, accept it, acknowledge it, recognize it. I think this is the most important thing about anxiety, about stress, is acknowledging the feeling. And I love this quote. It says, feel the feeling, but don't become it. And a lot of the time, we need to come outside of ourselves to even acknowledge that there is a problem. Self-awareness is key to growth and progression and all of that. I believe Deepak Chopra says that anxiety is just misplaced excitement. It is just a negative form of expression because all of that energy, all of our negative emotions is energy. And for me, I realized that once I began to acknowledge how stressed out I am, I can kind of calm down from it. I can recognize like, okay, I'm stressing out right now, I'm having a freak out, I'm having a meltdown. But when you're just in the mode of having a meltdown, it's really hard to detach from it. So recognize it, acknowledge it, accept that you have anxiety, accept that you are stressed out right now, accept that you are about to cry, because acknowledging it is the first step to getting rid of it. One technique that I have used to acknowledge and accept the feeling is called EFT Tapping, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. What EFT Tapping is basically a self-help technique that involves tapping your 12 energy points or energy meridians around the body. And the idea is that you basically just tap while you acknowledge the feeling. Even though I'm feeling anxiety, I love and accept myself, and you just keep doing this basic recipe. I'm gonna have a whole video linked down below if you want to check out EFT Tapping. People use EFT in order to reduce stress, anxiety, depression, promote a mind-body connection, and also reduce tension in the body. Number 2, in the moment, take 3 deep breaths. I know this sounds so easy and so simple, but I literally do this the moment I feel anxious about anything in my life. I think a lot of people are find meditation very daunting, but what it really is just deep breathing. Take 3 deep breaths with me right now. You know, I had some anxiety doing this video and that actually really helped me. So take 3 deep breaths. Number 3, supplements and essential oils. I have been a huge fond user of cannabis. I've talked about it a few times on my channel, but I want to talk about CBD. I just want to clarify, it does not get you high. CBD and THC are both found in cannabis, and THC is what gets you high, what gets you, it's psychoactive and stuff. How CBD works is that we have an endocannabinoid system, or ECS, that helps modulate mind-body functions and keeps us, maintaining homeostasis. So for example, if our body's experiencing a lot of pain, the ECS works to make sure that we're not freaking out or going haywire. What CBD does is it interacts with the ECS and binds to its receptors to keep our body healthy and balanced. I'm sure you've seen gummies everywhere, but I really like to take CBD oil. And how you take this product is you do half a dropper or half a vial, and you put it under your tongue for 30 seconds, and then you swallow it basically. If you need more or less, I would highly recommend starting off with a lower dosage, then building up, because how CBD works and your dosage is very dependent on each person. It's very idiosyncratic. I also love taking the CBD tea right before I go to sleep. It has chamomile as well, which is also very soothing. And a lot of people just use CBD to help chronic illness, muscle pain, stress, sleep. For me, I take this obviously for anxiety. It gives me an immediate effect of drowsiness, so I also get a much deeper sleep with it. And so if you guys want to check out CBD, I would highly recommend checking out GreenRoads. I truly believe that not all CBD products are made equal. A lot of companies are just trying to cash in on the new trend, but I really like GreenRoads for their transparency and how they do multi-stage third-party lab testing, and their pharmacists founded, and they're making quality their #1 priority. So if you want to check out GreenRoads, please click the link down below and check out CBD products. I also have a coupon code AMY15 right here. But CBD has been nothing nothing but a very beneficial part in my day-to-day life. So I highly recommend it. It does not make you high. Let me just reiterate that. Okay, secondly, essential oils. This one right here, this is from Sage Wellness, and this is the Stress Release Soothing Oil Blend. And I like this because it's travel friendly and it comes in a nice roller ball. But this girl is very expensive. She is $40. You can pick up essential oils from your local Whole Foods, Amazon, and the idea is that you just put a few drops into your hands, take a deep breath. You can add it to your pillowcase. You can add a few drops into your bath. Essential oils and aromatherapy have been used by alternative medicine practitioners for hundreds of years to address problems like stress, pain, anxiety, sleep issues. Number 4, diet. Now, I'm not talking about restricting yourself, calorie counting, none of that. I'm not talking about insane yo-yo dieting. I'm talking literally about the food that we intake and the food and the quality and how much of it. So a lot of times when we experience anxiety and stress, it's because we feel a lack of control. We feel like we're just not in control of our lives. But food is the one thing that you can control. It's been scientifically proven that poor diets are linked to anxiety and depression and other health issues. So diets that are full of highly processed foods, chemical additives, and just a ton of junk for you. They actually say a Mediterranean diet is most helpful in stress relief. That is a diet of fish, whole foods, fresh veggies, no dairy, no meat, I think. Dark leafy greens like spinach are rich in folate, which helps your body produce mood regulating neurotransmitters, including serotonin and dopamine, which make us happy. So make sure to eat healthy, because that is one thing, whether or not you choose to admit it, that is one thing you 100% control yourself. Number 5, sleep. I feel like today in our society and our culture, we like to glamorize being overworked, being super exhausted, being burnt out, and we often hear like,
oh my god, I slept only 3 hours last week,
or I only slept 2 hours to accomplish this project. But I think it's a lot more radical and awesome to glamorize being well taken care of, getting a lot of sleep, taking care of your body. Sleeping has exponential benefits. It's one of those things where once you sleep better, it's a chain reaction of a much more amazing benefits. So once you sleep better, you want to eat better. When you're lacking sleep, it actually raises your cortisol levels, so it makes you more stressed out, makes you actually desire unhealthy foods more. Once you are well rested, you're able to work more efficiently, stay focused more. Your body and your brain, everything functions exponentially better when you are well rested. So get some sleep and do not glamorize being overworked. No. Last but not least, this is probably the most essential tip and most helpful tip in this whole thing for me. Like, this is what's been really, really transformative in my stress management. It is to trust the process. A lot of times we think we are here for the destination, but life is about the journey, and everything that we do, when it comes to law of attraction and manifesting and working towards our goals, we can put in as much action to help, prevent stress. So, organizing, planning, doing things in incremental steps. But at the end of the day, it is about trusting the process and learning to surrender and to let go. Because at the end of the day, I do believe that we are all divinely protected and we're all on a path by the universe, by the source, by God. Whatever it is, I believe that we are all divinely protected on our paths, and everything works out in the end. That is so important to remember. Things are not ultimately happening to you, they are happening for you. Everything happens for a reason. We are here on a journey. We are not here to just get to the top. You are meant to be. And so it is all about just trusting the process and understanding that the universe has your back. We can tend to think of things as,
oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Or
I'm gonna die.
Is this issue matter, whatever it might be, is this circumstance going to matter to me when I'm dead? When I am on my deathbed, is this something that's going to matter and is going to be of significance in this grand scheme of life? And oftentimes you'll find that the answer is no. So there is no reason to be so stressed out and overworked by a certain situation, a certain person. A visualization that I like to do that helps me with this is I think about myself taking, like another third party self, taking a rocket ship into outer space, and I'm looking down on Amy on Earth, and I'm seeing what she's freaking out about, running around with her head cut off, and I'm almost laughing at her because at the end of the day, like, none of this is gonna matter when she's gone or when she's dead. And it's so silly to think that what we're fighting about here on Earth is so trivial in the grand scheme of things in this entire giant universe. Honestly, I feel like 100% of the time, Galaxy or outer space Amy is looking down on us on this levitating giant rotating rock and just being like, why are we fighting about people's skin color? Why are we fighting over these material possessions when it is so finite? Like, life is so finite and life is so beautiful. And so I feel like when I take up myself out into that outer perspective and I see myself from a third party view, I can allow myself to trust the process and to surrender to life. It's also really important for me to remember that I'm not gonna feel this way forever. I'm not gonna feel this angry, stressed out, anxious forever. Like tomorrow, even in the next hour, probably next week, next month, next year, I will feel differently. I will feel the whole range of emotions as I'm supposed to as a human being. And so just remember that, you know, this feeling of being stressed out and anxious, it's fleeting and it's not here forever. And so you just need to surrender and to trust the process, because honestly, the only constant in life is change. Alrighty, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a long one. If you have any tips for me or anyone else in the comments down below, please write them down. I am someone who knows stress and anxiety very, very well. She is a deeply close friend of mine and I don't want her to be anymore. I need some space from her. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the girl out, and share it and subscribe, because I have a bunch of other videos dedicated to helping you feel just a little bit better about yourself and just feeling better inside, because that's what I'm all about. I'll see you guys next time. Hey.